sote, they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira, still them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary.
I actually expect tonight to be very interesting. Grab your phone.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of this broadcast. Invite your friends and your not so friendly friends. Tell them, Mayegun today.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Today,
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní
there is a trending conversation right now, and I want to sort of sort your opinion or sample your opinion too.
lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Thank you so much. Please share this broadcast again. We are starting in a moment.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Emefiole's probe also in the conversation tonight.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Mayegun mami.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Thank you so much. If you are watching this live, you will not have to worry about this part, okay? This is us just getting started. But if you are watching a replay, just fast forward the first 6 minutes.
ayé ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé.
Thank you. Motide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. We all know that the shege that has been unleashed on Nigerians by Tifnumbu's APC, Egbekegbe, is not sparing anyone. If all of us want to be very honest, a lot of us have found way around it, still coping. But many in their millions are already falling by the roadside. And somehow, if you have been in the good book of Nigerians generally, when they don't want to identify themselves as Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, this or that, when they kind of leave all that behind and embrace the shared humanity, you can tell Nigerians can be very, very amazing people. That is the people from the geographical contraption called Nigeria, by the way. Okay? So, and when they want to really help you, like I said, they do not care who you are or where you are from. But year in, year out, the criminal politicians in Nigeria continues to put wedges in between these Nigerians where the divisive lines that seems to be a little bit blurred before now are becoming clearer and clearer, where people are like, no. So the more and more this criminal APC, Egbekegbe, spread the divisive rhetoric, sponsor different propaganda and all that, yeah, more and more people are becoming more and more aware these days. And when I say be more aware, it's like more and more people, I am now kind of putting everybody in the same basket now, like more and more people are becoming, smarter, kind of like aware that they could actually keep grudges. You see, the campaign out there now is that elections have consequences. A lot of people have now realized that every individual that supports, either by voting or by helping them to share their divisive propagandas, every individual that supports APC, Egbekegbe, is an enemy within. A lot of people are realizing that now. That if anybody tells you, I am a TFNumbu, blah, 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 like they used to brag. They don't used to do that anymore. I mean, we don't see much of them anymore, right? But when somebody brags about that, either online or offline, you should automatically consider them as enemy that is close by, that just identified himself or herself. Usually, other people's argument is that people should not be judged by their political choices, since it is democracy. And I completely agree with that. Okay? However, where a pseudo-democracy, like what you have in Nigeria, the demonstration of grace, like everybody knows now, right? When you now see how that same system is now working against not just those who rejected them, I mean, even those who did everything to stand behind them, the APC, Egbekegbe. So the bad government coming from these decisions, supporting a rotten system that is rigged, even against those of you that identified with them. Now, in return, what that simply poses is that everything that is happening to everyone today, there were some people that wanted them to happen, despite, endless warnings, signals, and all that. They completely lost it. So if today every one of us is feeling the bite, it is also ideal not to advise people who not to give their own money or support or help to. Do you understand? And why? Now, that is something that we discussed, something similar to what we discussed yesterday, right? And that is when you get gaslighted. Okay? I mean, if, for example, the rogues, okay, that some of them genuinely said they supported and they wanted a better life, and now they're offering them, offering them poisons, right? So if they genuinely wanted a better country, at least they won't sit back this long. Do you understand? They won't try to join the crowd. So you know what has happened? Before the election, it was as if majority of these people were cursed. Okay? They were seeing thieves. They were wallowing in the failure of APC, but they were more interested in the tribal, ethnic, religious championships at the time. Now that every of their Muslim tickets, APC, Egbekegbe, as well as a Kolu Shitiman ticket, is now burning everyone. You know what happened? A lot of people are beginning to ask for more help. Before now, under this Olori Buruku APC, a lot of Nigerians turned to beggars. A lot of you lost a lot of things. You lost so much that if they ask you, how are you doing? How are you coping? You will begin to say it is the grace of God. But if they ask you to write the grace of God down, a whole exercise book won't contain your experience on what you have seen, your own shege that you have managed to survive so far. People were going through hell at the time, but they were more concerned about tribal, ethnic, religious, and all that. So after the election, majority of them felt like everybody should just move on. Election is over. It's still they pain you. Continue to cry. It's because people no vote for your deeds. You know, when they kept saying some still say them, but not with any loud voices anymore. Because hunger won't finish a lot of them. And it is not just like, it's not easy. So before now, somebody will come and say, please, I have not eaten. Me and my 2 children. Please help us. We have not eaten for 2 days. Please help us. And somebody online will just be like, send your account. Have you not noticed that all of that has reduced drastically? Now, apart from the fact that that has reduced drastically, people are now going overboard by, if you come out for any reason, let's listen to this. Let's say your family members got kidnapped. You know, everyone is a game to the kidnappers in Nigeria. Do you understand? And you see those who fought, tooth and nail to prevent all of this happening. To them, they know that when it happens to them, it's part of what they tried to stop. And if they come out to ask for help, people are now identifying before you give your help to anybody. They are now identifying, come, who did you even support? Oh, armed robbers came to our house and they attacked us and they killed my husband. Oh, sorry, but wait, who did you vote for? And who did you support? Now, a lot of people are beginning to feel like they're trying to gaslight and say, what is wrong with you people? You people are so heartless, and you people are so kinikon. Share people knew that Tifnumbu is going to fail them before they voted for them. I don't understand all these people. I don't understand why you are all becoming emotional. So everybody that voted for Tifnumbu now, they must die, Abi. So everybody that voted for Tifnumbu now, they must not get help from anybody again. You see, all those things are gaslighting. When they finish all that ranting, ask them again. Okay? And that moment, because now your money, if you have any, now your sympathy, do not let anybody use religion to gaslight you. You are not a bad person. You just have no empathy for the people that have brought calamity, not just upon themselves, even upon every one of us. That today you say, now grace of God, we did take manage and Baba. You see the people that's the trending one now. So they are now like, wait, you watching me right now, as in a fear mind, because like I said, no one can tell you who to help or who not to help, okay? But like I said, again, people are beginning to now sort of voice out what they believe as elections have consequences. Whatever resources that is available, no matter the little resources that is manageably available, to those of you who never shouted, "Ẹ̀yin ló kàn, ẹ̀yin ló kàn," and you went all around to attack other ethnic nationalities. And this is now happening today, okay? And listen, you are not part of them, but this is happening today. But you are still pretty much like managing and all that. You still have the right to choose if you would help anyone or not, like your way. A lot of people have closed everything completely. But you see, it be like saying, now those we still get something to give to people. Now them they ask, who did you vote for? So you watching me right now, as Nigeria has now turned to what it is, and they are already telling us that the shake, in fact, they are not telling us, they are already showing us that whatever you are going through right now is just it's just child's play. And I'm not saying this because I want this to happen to you, okay? Some of you watching me right now, you see that little business you have been struggling to keep together. Funding has been a big of a problem, but you are still a businessman, businesswoman. With what these guys are about, they are still going to do. Once the result of what they are doing begin to manifest again, before the middle of 2024, a lot of you are going to lose your businesses. It's not because you're not a good businessman and women, okay? The economy and the whole thing is being stressful enough that, Baba, by the time the result of this second quarter of 2024 comes out, are you listening? A lot of you are going to lose your businesses. Many of you are going to still lose your jobs. It's not because I want that to happen to you or because you are not doing enough to keep your businesses. These guys have nothing to bring all of you out of the hole. They are digging even more. Do you understand that? And there is no miracle that's going to actually turn that around. And that's why I said, if you understand the danger they represent, APC, Egbekegbe, Tifnumbu and the rest of them, and what they have in stock for you, you will join others and stop them, whatever it's going to take. See this old man, you probably may not be able to understand fully his concept, right? But is probably one of those at the, at the bottom, at the wrong bottom of the ladder of these economic ruins of APC. Baba looked around. He looked left. He looked right. He said, "Are there soldiers around here? If you can hear me, I beg you, overthrow this government." You listen.
Bí sọ́jà bá ń bẹ́ yà yìí wọ́n máa gbọ́ tẹ̀lé gbàjọba ẹgbẹ́ bá ẹgbẹ́ lọ́n bá fún yín gbà tí ọba sì ṣe ọ́ parí náà nu ará nílùú.
àwọn yẹn ń gbádùn yẹn wa.
Kò sówó kò sí kan ọba fẹ́ jẹun nísìnyí tó ọba fọgbọ́n lu ayé ò ní rí nǹkan kan jẹun atọkùnrin àtobìnrin kọjọ bára kọjọ kẹ ló kálukú fi jẹun àbí ló kúrò ní.
So the old man who was having chat with, the bystanders was there. Like, if there's any soldier around here, if all of you can try and then overthrow this government and take over. And if you can't, then it's over, then it's finished. Because the level of hunger now, that a lot of them is not different. I mean, how they are surviving, is from begging to, starving and begging and all that. That's how they are. So the point I am making here is that when you have that little resources, you still can share. Why they are mopping up enough that they can still steal. Listen, you have the right to choose how you want it. So tonight, I am going to have put that to you. Would you be interested in who anyone supports or voted for before you can show them empathy, support, or help? And you need to be honest. Nobody go beat you. So when we get to that stage, we will talk. Now let's take it a bit further. The hardship, still talking about the hardship in Nigeria. So Baba Emefiole, he was addressing a group of Nigerians in one a symposium like that, and he dropped the bombshell that it's not only the National Assembly and the rest of them are those who have carted away hundreds of billions of naira, the presidency, the judiciary, and the rest of them, okay? Even the state governors, they were not left out. 135 billion naira to fight COVID-19 in 2024. We will come to that. Now, you probably have, I don't know if you are following this, but it doesn't matter. You can follow it now, okay? You have heard about the probing of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, here are some latest part of the drama, the script. Just for an insight, okay? I kind of want to flash back a bit, just for those who might be watching this for the first time or probably paying attention to it for the first time. You see these three rogues. I call them rogues because they all participated in a roguish criminal government of Buhari, the man on the left, the money coin. Now, there is a probe launched by Tifnumbu, okay? And the probe is on the Central Bank of Nigeria, where they said trillions of Nigeria money and billions of American dollars were freighted away. Not just that, including the properties of Nigerian properties, the federal government, were sold at the cheapest, scrap rates to their friends. All kind of allegations, okay? However, Emefiole, even right now, the EFCC, they have declared Emefiole's wife wanted, all because of this probe. Now, part of the probe is that in the 2023 charade elections, Emefiole, the Central Bank of Nigeria, they paid election observers $6.2 million. I don't even understand that. Was it not the EU that was giving Nigeria money for election, Abi? EU, US, UK, and all these places, were they not the ones who were giving Nigeria money? And then they were like going to send observers to come and observe the election, not Nigeria. Anyway, they said that $6.2 million cash was lifted out of the Central Bank of Nigeria. But that couldn't have happened without the approval of the president. That's the man on the left, Buhari. Now, the man on the right is or was what's that his name again? Boss Mustapha. Yes, he was the secretary to the government of the Federation of Nigeria, SGF. Okay, so his signature appeared on the approval memo, including the signature of Buhari, and the man in the middle is the one being accused of supervising that robbery. Now, he's the only one ever arrested, by the way. The rest are just the media trial, the figures that we hear in the media and all that. But that guy on the right, Boss Mustapha, was in court today, where he denied ever signing any money, or any memo rather, to release such money. And he also said that he believed that Emefiole also forged Buhari's government to the point that they lifted $4.2 billion from the Nigeria Foreign Reserve. You see, when Mayegun's Diary Politicos studio is finally, kick off, like it's finally completed, right? I am going to actually dedicate, a segment on this platform where I will be breaking down how much money these guys are stealing, or looting through through authority stealing. Sure, you get. I will tell you what $4.2 billion can do in education, in healthcare, in road construction, in rail development, in waterways development, in electricity. I'm going to have to dedicate some time. I think it is time to start putting real figures, real images, real life images that these monies can actually save. But they continue to disappear. And Nigeria is at the bottom today. Well, they said it, $4.2 billion from the Nigerian Foreign Reserve, also signed by Buhari, signed by Emefiole, signed by this boss Mustapha, and signed by other guys. And they lifted the money, and the money is gone. There's no record of it. Emefiole printed 27.4 trillion naira cash, and they shared the money. Okay, so all of the 36 state governors that collected part of the money, including the same Buhari's federal government, 27.4 trillion naira before now was $51 billion. $51 billion. Do you know how they robbed you? Emefiole was printing money. Okay, and whatever forex they had left in the Central Bank of Nigeria, as Emefiole was printing naira, giving naira to all these politicians and all of them, they in return, they will use the naira to buy the rest of whatever forex was left inside the Central Bank of Nigeria, or their middlemen, through the round tripping. That is actually the main ingredient of today's poverty and hardship that you are witnessing today. But they are still playing game and dramas with you, because all that money, if they are really tracing them by now, at least, Okereju, there should be nothing less than 400 people in prison right now. And if for the first gig, like if you want to shake the mango tree with so much mangoes, right? You shake and shake and shake and shake the stem, and you by now, majority of them would have coughed out more than $100 billion. You heard me right? Yes, they would have coughed out over $100 billion. But if they start shaking the tree, they go even shake Kolu. Some of them would have to die. Do you understand? So they put up this show They continue to give you these figures because some of this money, they are far, 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 far gone. You will never see them again, except for the stories that talks about them. All those money, all those resources, all those stolen crude oil and the years they were stealing them, everything gone. Everything else is just to put up some show. If they want to entertain you further, they may start discovering money inside the GP tank, burial ground, underground, abandoned buildings, abandoned vaults, and on like that. Just to entertain you a bit. But the real chunk of the money that can actually destroy a country, which is destroying Nigeria today. You understand? Gone. So $4.2 billion gone. And Emefiole is saying that it did not do anything without the approval of Buhari. So by now, the lifeless god of Daura, the man queen himself, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, is supposed to be in the front. Okay. Then Pastor Ruga Ikene Shatabandu, that is his special advisor on burial arrangement, condolences visits, as well as trader money. I'm talking about Oshimbade. They will use the same anchor for them. You understand? Then the next person they are going to actually drag out is going to be Malamu, Abubakar Malamu. And the next person is going to be Shadia. Yes, Shadia. After Shadia, they will go to that one that is Usmanu, the financier. And once they start picking them one by one, they will never forget Aregbe Mugbo Baba Kabiru. Aregbe Mugbo will be also picked up. Who else is there? They will pick, including Okija, Shatabandu, Ngige. Every one of them, once they start picking them, some of them firing squad by now. And listen, you may be laughing, it's not funny. This is not funny. Okay? And that's why I have to make sure I do that segment where I need to bring all of this, the value of this money that you hear about, and you can then imagine. You won't see the money. I don't want you to see the money. I want you to see what is gone. The number of hospitals that are gone, that are supposed to be there that are gone. Okay? The numbers of policemen, the numbers of state policemen, the numbers of forest rangers, the numbers of, schools, the numbers of industries, the numbers of, the amount of electricity that these monies can generate. So when you look at the money, you will not see the money. You will see what is lost. You need to be angry. We must be angry. So it's not funny. Do you understand? So when they pick all these guys, that's when you will know they are doing something. But how they go to take Dua? When Tifunubu have already started printing his own money, and he's already started, willing Nigerian properties to himself and his cronies. He's already doing exactly what Emefiole did for Buhari. Now you have Kadibi Kadoso. So when you look at all of this, it shouldn't be so hard for you that, listen, anybody that is rooting for APC, any educated weary that is trying to gaslight you because you are reacting to what they have done. Do you understand that? Do not let anybody gaslight you. Remember that. Meanwhile, from what we have now heard is that they did not sign it. Emefiole forged it. So Emefiole is going to be their fall guy. And however that ends, just remember, she is not coming back. Because those who were supposed to really trace them, the ones entertaining you with all these figures, 500 million pounds in a bank account in the UK, and so many other money that is in some foreign this and that, they entertained you with Zani, remember? You were they regaled you. You know what I mean? Endlessly until they ran out of fuel to continue to entertain you when they were building all kinds of stories around Dasuki, remember? A lot of you were so angry. You wanted them to actually, this Dasuki is this Dasuki. Now, Buhari, please do your job, eh? Please. You need to quickly. You didn't know they were only entertaining you until you discovered that the reason why they are holding Dasuki was because he gave money approved by Goodluck Egbere Jolantan as your president at the time. So they didn't want to touch Jolantan. As well as Mama Pishi. You understand? So they entertained you for a while a lot of you were waiting for them to give you the day they are going to bring Dasuki to Bar Beach in Lagos. May them do an toram or Yenusi. Where they go put him back for the drum. Kagbau. To show others that any money meant for security, you cannot use that money to enjoy life. But Buhari is a new sheriff in town. He will never take rubbish from you. While you are waiting for the day they are going to execute Dasuki for those crimes, Dasuki marry another wife. Dasuki wife got belle. Dasuki wife born first pikin, born second pikin. Baba, why the Buhari was doing you shege that some of our children are now inheriting now. 8 years of your life, Dasuki don't born 2 kids. Today, if they ask you, where is Dasuki? I'm asking you today. So now Emefiole can be their fall guy. And that is why those who are supposed to go after him for real or go after them for real, they are not. This is just a showmanship. So that's why you have to get rid of all of them. The moment you feel like you can no longer cope. Because for these guys, they are doing so well. Because get one guy even said something about that. I'm coming. This guy said you were never promised anything in the first place, right? Here.
Nigerians, they complain. Say new government no do this, you no do that. Oh yeah, wetin dem promise us when they campaign? Wetin be manifesto? Wetin be manifesto when they campaign? Person no get agenda. He no talk say he go do this, abi he go do that for una if he enter. When he dey campaign, he talk say egbe kini iwa emi no come, and he talk say we are going to generate electricity to those body. And kéèyàn kó di méjì sẹ́yìn kù díẹ̀ kó sáré fọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ pọ̀ náà ń pè yẹn in a Yoruba way soft. And he talk say we will be hungry and we learn how to manage our hunger. You wey you dey collect salary, your salary no increase and cost of living don cost. You no go know how you go manage. If you dey do 3 parallel before, you go know how to manage am to 001. Soft. That's manage of hunger. So una no fit hold the new government responsible for anything based on say dem no promise anything. Una see people wey get manifesto wey dey talk say dem go do this, una no vote dem na. And now we don enter Irule tó bá ní 1 or 2 kó o fi pọ́nà manage your hunger. He don talk am kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Nigeria.
The transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn.
Reality, you get that? There is another one I'm going to share with you, talking about reality, okay? And somehow, there are messages in all of this too. Sure you get. As everybody is feeling the pang, few are managing to put up the courage and speak out. I mean, have you seen this Alpha that was so angry and they had to give Tifnumbu 3 options that must be done ASAP because he supported Muslim ticket. And as the Shege they deal with everybody, no matter your religion, It no matter what your region self, whether you are from the east or the west or the south or the wherever. Now everybody they feel alarm. Others just kind of have found a way because they knew it's going to happen. So some are what? They are managing to get along with it. Uche, my buddy, with the computer village. I have never told you about Uche, but don't worry, okay? So what happened is that we were talking about gadgets, phones and all that stuff. Now, I was now like, Baba, Uche. The other day, I was reading it on X, on Twitter, where people were like, the situation in Nigeria right now, Baba, just do everything, make you not lose your phone. No. You understand that, like, people's phones right now, it doesn't matter the type of phone you are holding. People are saying, if they move your phone, move another person's phone. So kind of like a joke, but it's not a joke. If you should lose your phone right now and you go to the market and say, I want to buy another phone, you may think you are probably trying to buy a car. The price and all that. But these people, they pay 1.8 million naira for iPhone in Nigeria. Yeah, they pay 1.8 million, 1.5 million naira, 1.2 million naira for phone. Because phone is like status in Nigeria. Sure, you get the type of phone you are holding or the type of phone a girl is holding. Something like that is like a status symbol somehow, right? And they could buy that much or 1.2, 1.4, 1. You know what I mean? So if they now steal your phone and you want to go to the market and the phone you bought for 1.2 million, you want to buy it again and they say it's now 1.8 million or 1.6 million because of exchange rates, what thing you go do? So I was talking to Uche, I said, man, everything tough, everything hard everywhere. So how now they cope? And what he told me was, it is tough, but the thing is this, as traders, once things goes up, every day that it goes up, they just put it on their wares. So now you will go come buy them, now you go after, now you go pay the increase. So Uche will still be able to pay his rent. Uche may adjust his lifestyle a little bit because of the economy, but Uche will still be fine. Fumi will still be fine as well. It's similar to everybody. People will still get some certain things they are selling. And as things are increasing, even, I'm talking about things that even if they don't sell them right away, understanding Nigeria, so they just put the increase on there. If they go to the market and they buy it at high expense, high cost, right? They put the whole difference on the whole market. Now you will go there, we won't buy one bag of semo. You go, how can a bag of semo now be 6,000? Kilo day, now for it, we buy them last week. I say, well, it is now 6,000. How can the kg, 12 kg, 12.5 kg of gas be 18,000? Tori long, where are we going in this country, Last month, we still bought it for 12,000. How can it be 18,000? What has changed? The same guy will still give you gas. The same guy will still give you everything you want to buy. Now the price you go change. And he has to put his own economic cost on that too. So the end goal is that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you supported or who you voted for or who you did not vote for. In fact, if you are a fencist, those ones where talk say that they sit on the fence, liars. Liars. Nobody they sit on the fence right now. Everybody they collect. You either be here or you are there. No, they deceive yourself. You understand? So Alpha, we be Alpha. Yesterday, you saw one Alpha that said his customers who are dealing in rice and all that, custom was disturbing them and he kept cursing and cursing them. The African Wahala, you help me with this as well, or anyone who is also available, please help me do the subtitle of what you are going to watch now. When I come back, I will give you the summary. It is still the reaction to this Kolu APC. So I'm coming.
níjọ́ tí èpè yẹn bá wá kan wá lómi inú déwájú Ọlọ́run nǹkan ó dàrú o ẹ filẹ̀ fún náà ó ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àfi kí wọ́n tètè tú nǹkan mẹ́ta yìí ṣe ṣẹ́ni nǹkan mẹ́ta yìí tó bá ti kọ́kọ́ tún ṣe náà ẹ gbàgbé ìtókù àárọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan dẹ̀ wá wọ́n máa gba àdúrà lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan.
afẹ́rẹ́ ọmọ fẹ́ ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀.
ṣẹ́ni àkọ́kọ́ ń bẹ̀ ó náà ní pé kí wọ́n tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ wá bẹ́ kó o ṣe wálẹ̀ náà èmi ò wúlẹ̀ bẹ̀yìn kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó wá sí 19 naira ṣẹ́ni 220 230 tààrà tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn ẹ bá dà padà síbẹ̀.
ó ti tẹ́ ọlọ́run báyìí.
ṣẹ́ni 250 230 tẹ́ bá fẹ́ pàákútà yányán 500 naira ká máa fi ra 3 litre tí Tinubu lè ọkọ ṣèyẹ fún wa ní Nàìjíríà yìí mo fi Ọlọ́run tó dá mi mo fi búra kò sẹ́yìn kankan nínú ọmọ wọn tó fẹ́ gbé ipò kan náà látá yóò nira fún. ẹlẹ́gẹ̀jì ṣẹ́ni dọ́là ẹ bá dá padà sí 320 tó wà bí 6 years ago dọ́là wà ní 320 ara ni wá gbẹ̀ngbà yẹn ẹ wá bá wa dá padà sí 320 yẹn as at now ara máa dẹ̀ wá. ṣẹ́ni tí dọ́là bá ti wálẹ̀ oúnjẹ ó yìí sì láti rà epo bá ti wálẹ̀ àtijọ́ àti mo ní nira mọ́ ẹni kílẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kẹta àwọn tí wọ́n bá nídìí compensation tó pọ̀ ẹ̀ má compensate wọn jù ṣe àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù lọ́wọ́ yìí tí wọ́n bá fi lè win ní kọ́ọ̀pù tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ há mọ́tò àbí 100 million kan fún wọn ẹ̀ sì orí ibú tí wọ́n bá bí alájà ẹni bọ̀ dìre ṣẹ́ni compensation tí wọ́n need iṣẹ́ wọn ni wọ́n ń ṣe wọ́n dẹ̀ gbà sára nìyẹn tó bá win ní AFCON yẹn ẹ kí wọn normally ẹ gbà wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ pariwo wọn ẹ ṣe èrè fún wọn ẹ mọ wọn léèrè sínú museum ẹ gbé wọn jáde kí wọ́n kàn lọ lọ tú outside ẹ ṣàdúrà fún wọn tó bá tẹ ẹ bá lọ bá dé pé ẹ fẹ́ wú wọn lórí torí pé wọ́n gbé AFCON wálé tẹ wá lọ fún ọ ní $100 billion àti mọ́tò tẹ́bí dẹ̀ ń parọ́ àwọn ìjà wàláhì ìsúnmọ́bìlà bẹ́ẹ̀ bí o bá parí pé bí o pa àmọ́ ikú. ẹ má compensate àwọn ẹ fi gbogbo àwọn òsì àmì àbí òsì wèrè àbí kí wọ́n pè é ẹ ò mọ̀ wọ́n ìgolo gbogbo wọn ti ní láàrin o. àwọn aráàlú lè bí ń pa bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ bá compensate wọn pẹ̀lú $1 billion pẹ̀lú mọ́tò méjì àbí pẹ̀lú tírípù wèrè kan tí ò nítumọ̀ wàláhì yàrá ò ní ẹ̀yìn náà ẹ̀rẹ̀ má jẹ́ ká tanra wa bàbá yẹn mọ̀ pé ó ní tẹ́ ń bá jù lábẹ́nú ṣe ọlọ́run kàn sí ọlọ́run kàn sí Tinubu ẹ̀ mọ̀ ní o nǹkan ṣe bàbá yẹn o nǹkan ṣe wọn lábẹ́ ilé ọlọ́run mú wọn súnmọ́ mi la ilẹ̀ sí íńtẹ́ẹ̀sì fi lè bọ́ tí náà yóò ní mú àwọn ọmọ yẹn oníkẹ́ẹ̀dùn ọmọ Nàìjíríà mi. ẹgbàgbé ìyàyẹ pọ̀ by December our refinery will be done ìdánù bàbá tó bá jẹ́ pé kẹ́ ẹ dá subsidy padà lára òfin dẹ̀wá díẹ̀ ẹ kọ́kọ́ bá wa dá padà náà. ẹ bá wa dá padà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sẹ́ni gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́yìn ìwé nìkan dẹ̀ máa ń sọ pé ká pín yà Nàìjíríà yẹn tá a bá pín àwọn Yorùbá láti ẹ̀yà jù.
bá àtàwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ wà náà rè.
aláṣẹ kí ni.
yẹ́bùkọ̀ sanáwó àtẹ̀sà abúlé àmọ́ lọ.
ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹni tó ní rẹ̀ ládé yẹn. ẹ wo àwọn tó ti jẹ president Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn yìí ẹni tó kú rí o sínú wọn ẹni tó kú dájú nínú yín náà ní Yar'Adua olọ́dún mẹ́rin pé tó fi kú ayé òde gbàgbé ẹ̀dì sí bàbá a mọ̀ pé n tẹ́ sọ káàkiri náà ni pé àwọn kan ń jẹ èrè epo ju àwa ìlú lọ ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí wọ́n ń jẹ èrè epo yẹn à ń repo ní 250 230 ẹjẹ́ wọn máa jẹ lọ ẹjàjà wọlé ta ìwọlé gbogbo àwọn ará house of assembly bíi 200 àbí 300 500 kìíní kan members ẹ há mọ́tò fún wọn pàdó ètò ọ̀lù tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ló ṣe. ẹ wá gbé búlẹ̀tì fún wọn. kò sí náà wàláwí ìṣtà àlefa súnmọ́ àtẹ̀fẹ́ ìbàdà ẹ wo kẹ́ ẹ lọ change àwọ̀ yín sí bulletproof àláìka kú ò nídìí ẹ̀ ní tó pa inú ara yín náà ló wà.
mo yí sí tọ́lẹ́ẹ̀tì.
tí kì í bá ṣe ẹ má bínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí o èmi máa ń bú àwọn yahoo àmọ́ tí kì í bá ṣe àwọn ìyàwó ayé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àfáà ni ó ti bàjẹ́.
nuisance lélẹ́yìí nuisance lélẹ́yìí.
Is a nuisance, and it's kind of a little bit funny, even though at some points you could tell that it meant every word he was saying, but is one of those,